Hello, this is Ashi from Crafting with Ashi, and this is the project we're making today. It's this gorgeous little box here, and this actually is big enough to hold a candle or anything you actually want. So let me show you what I did. Let me put this out of harm's way over there. So I've got a piece here of Night of Navy in my Stamparatus in my scoreboard, and this measures 8 1/4 inches squared. And with the thick end of the stylus, I'm going to be scoring on 2 inches on every side. So that's 2, turn it around, 2, turn it around, 2, turn it around, and 2. Okay, so you can put that aside. Now I've got a piece here of the Brightly Gleaming Designer Series paper, and this measures 6 5/16 squared, and we're going to score at 1 inch. And this time I'm going to use the thick end of the stylus. I should have used the thin end before, I wasn't thinking. And you don't want to press too hard, but you don't want to go through your paper, so just maybe go a few times like that. So 1 inch. You can see I'm really not putting any pressure on at all. It's better to do it a few times with little pressure than one time with a lot of pressure. You're much less likely to break your paper doing that. Okay, so that was 1 inch on all the sides, and that is all our scoring done and dusted. Finished. Okay, so let's put that aside and get our bone folder, and now we're going to fold on all those score lines quickly, and we're just going to use the bone folder. It helps us to give us a really nice crisp fold. So we're just going to do same for the lid as for the base. So that's one done. Now the base. And this one. And then that one. Okay, so we're done. So now scissors time. We're going to do some cutting. We're going to cut up to the score line here, here, and the same on the side up to the score line. So let me show you. You're just going to cut up to score line along the score line. So just like that. So you separate them, and then we're just going to mitre these tabs, and all that means is cutting a little bit here at an angle. So just like that. And now we're going to do that for all 4 sides here, for all 4 tabs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to repeat it exactly the same for the lid. So I'm going to get on and do that now. Okay, so you can see we've done that for the base, and we've done that again for the lid. So now it's sticky time, and I'm going to be using my tear and tape, if I can find the end. Here it is, and we're just going to put tape on all 4 tabs here on the base. And then we're going to do exactly the same on the lid. And once you've put the tape on, you're just going to burnish it like this with your bone folder, because tear and tape is pressure adhesive tape, and that will help it stick better and help you get the backings off better. So I'm just going to get on and do all of that now. Okay, so I've done all of that, so now it's time to remove our tape. So I'm going to do one at a time, 1 tab at a time. And all you're going to do is bring up your tab here to meet your side wall. So that's how it looks. You're going to bring this up, and you want this and this to be flush. So just like that. Okay, so let's do another one together. So that wall and this wall to be flush to make your box. So we're just going to do that for the next 2, and you're going to do exactly the same for your lid as well. Okay, so we've done that for our lid and for our base, and now we're just going to fit the 2 together, and if we've measured properly, yay, it should fit beautifully. Look at that. So I'm really pleased with that. That worked out well. Okay, let me get rid of all of these backings from the tear and tape, and let's try and do the next bit, which will be wrapping some ribbon around it and tying a bow. which is not my forte, if you know. So this ribbon is the sheer real red ribbon, and it's gorgeous. And I like it because it still shows the pattern underneath of your paper, and this paper is so pretty. It was in last year's winter catalogue, and it carried over to this year's winter catalogue, and I was so pleased because I had some left, and it's so pretty with all of this copper foiling on it. It just really is. And look at that, I've tied a bow. Maybe I should just distract myself and then I can actually tie a bow. Look at that. Yay! I tied a bow, I tied a bow. Anyway, so let's put that ribbon away. And let's set that aside before we ruin all of our hard work. And now I did have a piece here somewhere of Whisper White. Here it is. I'm going to do a little stamping. And this is the Wrapped in Christmas stamp set. It's great with all these little tags. And we're going to use this one that says, "May your days be merry and bright." And we're going to stamp in Night of Navy because we want everything to be matchy-matchy. So ink up our nice stamp. And then there is a die set you can use to cut this out, but I'm just going to use punches for ease. Okay, so close it up before we have a disaster. And I'm going to punch this out. Well, actually, first let me bring in this. This is our brass. Is it the brass or was the copper? I can't remember. Did I write down what it was? Yeah, it's the copper foil sheet. Sorry. I'm causing mayhem around here. So, I'm very frugal with my copper sheet. So, I'm going to cut that one out using the 2-inch punch. And you can see I don't want to waste any bit of this gorgeousness. So, we're going to then use the 1.5-inch punch to punch out our sentiment. And it fits it perfectly, as if it was made to. And get rid of that. Find our snaily. And we're going to stick one to the other. Just like that. Okay. Bring back our box, and now I'm going to bring in my, where is it? My little crocodile, so I can make a hole here at the top of my tag, just like that. And you could usually use your pokey tool to do this, but I struggled. Yeah, I know, it should be simple, but this is me you're talking about. So we're going to use this trim, which is also real red, and this is the something braided linen trim. Okay, and basically it's great for doing things like this. Okay, and we don't need too much actually. About that should be enough. Okay, let's get rid of that. And now we're just going to tie this into our thingy-majiggy. Onto our ribbon. So just thread it underneath like that, and then tie a knot. I'm going to do a double knot to be safe, and then I'm going to get rid of all these excess bits, and then I'm going to pull this. And all I'm going to do is thread it around so that the knot gets hidden, if at all possible, underneath. Get rid of that. Underneath my bow. And there you have it. So that's that one. That's the other one. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. I do hope you enjoyed it. I really like it. I love this paper, and I think the copper foiling is just gorgeous, and this is a really great size box, as you can see, to make whatever you want. You know, you could put some candy in there. If you made a little bit of fudge, it would be a lovely as a Christmas present with some fudge in there, or some hokey pokey or something. If you wanted more information about this project, if you want the measurements and all that sort of stuff, links to my online shop, it'll be on the blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links are in the description box below, including the link to my new Facebook group where I host a monthly virtual card club. We make 4 to 5 projects together, and I send you the kit to make everything you need, and then we spend an evening together crafting along via Facebook Live and having lots of fun and laughs. So I'd love for you to join us, so do check that out. So thank you once again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!